Hey, Sonya, can you hear me? I think you said you could, but it sounded funny. Let me know again if you can hear me. Okay, okay. It was trying to connect to my Bluetooth for some reason, and I don't even have like my Bluetooth isn't even in like within reach, like within the distance. I'm too far away from it, but it kept trying to connect to the Bluetooth, and it seems like it was throwing me off. But I did see where you said that you could hear me. Hey, Retirement Days. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thoughtful Thursday. What you guys up to today? Sonya, you doing any challenge this month? Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Cool Gamer. How are you? Sonya, are you and your group doing the challenge for December? Well, did you do one for November? If so, what was it? And are you guys doing one for December? You are? That's good. That's good. I have on my puff jacket, y'all, because it's chilly today. It's chilly today, but it feels good. It's chilly out here, but it's good fall weather. It feels good. It's that good kind of weather where you can take those deep breaths in and out that I talk about. Take those deep breaths in and out about 3 or 4 times and then relax. Do it again and relax. Just kind of clear your mind, clear your head, get your thoughts together. So yeah, it really does feel good out here. Cool Gamer, Pre-Retirement, Sonya. Thank you guys for coming into the live. I appreciate you. And we're just walking as usual. I did my I'm still on my morning exercise routine, so it'll be mornings for a while because I think over the summer I did about a good 3 months of I usually rotate like 1 month or so, like maybe 3 to 4 weeks exercising in the morning, 3 to 4 weeks exercising during the afternoon, and then 3 or 4 weeks like at night. I kind of rotate. Sometimes I might skip one, but and just go straight from mornings to nights or nights to mornings, or something like that. But over the summer, I think I exercised in the evening for like 3 months straight, at least 3 months straight. I think 3 to 4 months straight. So I did that, and I got used to doing it in the evenings, but my work schedule has changed again, and I'm back to exercising in the mornings. So y'all know what I do. I'm doing my warm up, my exercise, and my cool down, my appetizer, my entree, and my dessert. And I come back on here and I do another dessert with y'all because the dessert is just good, right? Hey, over 50 and fabulous, how you doing? Bless you too, sis. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you for coming into the live. I hope you're doing good. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope all you guys are planning to have a happy, well, a merry Christmas. That looks like it's broken down. It failed or something. I hope you guys are planning on having a merry Christmas with your family. Of course, a merry Christmas and a happy New Year. Again, I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you were able to spend some time, some good quality time with your family and friends. I hope you got to see people who you haven't seen in a while. And I hope you got to spend time with people who you see on a regular basis. There's nothing wrong with spending time, good quality time with the ones you love. Hey, Vaughn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live, y'all. So y'all know I had to get used to kind of not trying to trot up this hill because when it's the hill, I like to go, go. And when it's the hill and then I slow down, I get to the top of the hill. But again, it's kind of chilly out here, but it feels good. But as long as you're walking and moving, guess what? You're generating some heat. So it feels good out here. It feels good to exercise outside during fall weather. Because you get out there and you're a little bit chilly. Then you warm up. It's the best feeling. But y'all see, I don't have on shorts today. It's time out for the shorts now, y'all. So hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. It's almost the weekend. What y'all got planned for this weekend? You know, last weekend was Black Friday, and y'all, people shop Black Friday this year. They said that the stores were packed. They said they had record sales because sales have been down a little bit the past few Black Fridays. So yes, they had record sales. The stores were packed. The Cyber Monday, I heard it did well. So what did you guys do? Did you guys do any shopping? Sonia says, yes, we did one for the month of November, and we'll be doing one for December. November was 90 days to go hard, mind, body, and soul. All right, I hear you. I hear you, Sonia. Go hard, mind, body, and soul. That's what I wish a lot of people would do. You know, we sit home too much, just being on social media, watching TV, you know, doing stuff to get our blood pressure up. And when all we gotta do is just come outside. Come outside. When I say come outside, I mean come outside. Like come outside and walk, hike. Don't just come outside and just, just look. Of course, look, soak it up, take in the view. I don't care where you live. You can always make a pretty view out of your area. Look at the trees, look at the sky, look at the clouds. You know, everything around you may not be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Um, may not be aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but you can look at nature. Just look at the nature part of it. You know, appreciate the trees, appreciate the grass, appreciate the sky, appreciate the clouds. If it's raining, appreciate the rain. You know, stay outside in it for as long as you can. And just take some good deep breaths in, some good fresh air, and just think about, being grateful, being thankful, being thoughtful. Thursdays are a perfect day to do that. Vaughn says, I brought my kids a TV. Okay, that's good, Vaughn. That was a great time to do it. That was a great time to do it. Sonia says, I ordered me some teeth. Oh, I love that. I love that cookware. Tifa cookware, I love it. I caught them on sale for $49. The original price was $79. That's some great cookware. I have some, Sonia, that I've had for probably like 8 years. I have some that I've had for 8 years. That's some good cookware. So I went and got me a couple of these jackets, these bubble jackets. They're nice. I always wonder, like, why do people buy jackets that have the sleeves out? But like on a day like today, they're really useful. Like it's not cold. It's just chilly. So just to kind of cover your chest and your back, your arms are okay. So I can see now why people would wear these type jackets because I'm wearing mine and I really, really do love them. This one is purple and they really come in handy, so that you don't feel so you don't feel weighed down and heavy with a big jacket or a big coat. Retirement says, I went outside for a little bit today, but the wind is so cold today. Oh, I got you. That wind, that wind can do some stuff to you. That wind can knock you over. I had the black set and I have the red set. Okay, you got the vest jacket. Yes, yeah, I do, Sonya. I went and got some because it was like, usually, like I said, I would exercise. Like I just kind of flip from mornings to nights. And so I just put on a big jacket or a thick jacket or a good coat. But now, it's kind of chilly, and I never really walked or a lot like this time of the day until over the summer. I incorporated like a third set, and so for times like now, these jackets fit perfectly. Like I don't really need them on my arms, but I do need it for my chest and my back. 'Cause you don't want that cold. You don't want that cold. You don't want to have to be going home and putting on the Vicks Vapor Rub, putting the Vicks Vapor Rub on the sole of your feet and pulling up the socks. How many of y'all have done that? We talked about old traditions before, old home remedies. That vapor rub this does a lot. It does a lot. Better put some of that vapor rub on you. Put it on your feet, put those socks on, put it on your hands, and put your gloves on. Look at that litter. I hate that litter. They have been doing good. They've been doing good. They littering again. Sonny says, I have a black vest jacket. It's about 7 years old. Really? You've had that joker a long time. But they do tend to last a long time. I've had them before, but then I was just like, why am I wearing these? My arms are out. I felt like I felt like wearing the sleeveless vest jackets were like an oxymoron. I felt like if I need a jacket on, I definitely need one with sleeves, you know. So, but they were cute. So I went ahead and I got one. And now for like days like these, they kind of come in handy. My arms aren't too cold, but I do want to make sure that my chest and my back are protected because, you can't play with this kind of weather. You cannot play with this kind of weather. And I know a lot of people say the weather doesn't give you a cold. They say is that, you have to come in contact with the cold virus to get a cold or the flu virus to get a flu. That's definitely true with the flu, but I do feel like I feel like the weather can give you a cold because you come outside and you don't have enough clothes on, you go in the house with the sniffles. And if you don't take care of that quickly, next thing you know, you got a cold. And what did you do differently? You look back over and you don't see anything that you did differently. Maybe you did touch a few doorknobs or something, but if you come out here, you got a tank top on, like right now, and you go home and you're sniffing, and then you wake up with a kind of a head cold, what else could have happened? What else could have happened? It had to be the weather. It had to be the weather. Some people get cold quicker than others. So, your body starts to fight off that cool weather. You get the chills, you get the shakes, and next thing you know, you might have a head cold. It just depends. It depends on the person. Some people tolerate cold weather really well. Some people don't. The weather has been beautiful. It really has. Sonya says you got them from JC Penney. Okay. You know what? Who I've seen it in TJ Maxx too. They have it a lot. Retirement says I feel like that too, going in and out of the cold. Yes, it's hard on the body. Exactly, retirement, exactly. And it's a lot to adjust. It's just like in the summertime. I would and before I've gotten like a cold because if say I would go to the park and it would be really, really hot. And so, I've exercised, I've sweated, and then I walk like into a grocery store. The grocery store is like just a couple of minutes away from the park. So I run in there before I go home, and I run in the grocery store and go to the frozen food section, and it would be freezing. It would be freezing. And on the way home, before I could get home, sometimes I would be sneezing. And if I didn't take some Benadryl or some NyQuil or something like that to try to knock it out, Alka-Seltzer Plus to try and knock it out quickly, sometimes you end up with a head cold. So yes, the cold weather can be hard on your body. You don't necessarily have to come in contact with the cold virus to catch a cold. But people will argue you down that you can't catch a cold from the cold weather, that you catch a cold from the virus. You catch a cold from both. In my opinion, you can catch a cold from both. Sonya says not a tank top. I know, Sonya, you come out here with this in this weather with a tank top on, you might find yourself with the sniffles. I'm sniffing now. And my arms aren't cold, but I am sniffing now. So I do I like this little jacket for this weather where it's not too cold, it's not hot. So y'all, what are your plans for Christmas? Like whether you have small children, adult children, teenagers or whatever you have, your family members, just everybody. Do you plan to shop? Do you plan to do a lot of Christmas shopping? Do you buy like several gifts for individuals, or is it like just a one and done? Each person gets one gift and you're done? Or does it depend on how close you are to the person? Like a lot of people, they shop like crazy for their immediate family, like their children, their spouse, and then everybody else gets like one good gift and they're done. And they sometimes, they treat themselves or whatever, because sometimes things are on sale. I have to, it has to be a real sale for me to get a lot of stuff, because y'all know how they do during the holidays. They kind of say it's on sale, or they put up these sticker prices and say, look at this deal, and it's really not a deal. It's really not a deal. They're just banking on you to see it as a deal, because they put up, this TV was $1,000 and now it's $799. When last week that TV was like $899. It's like, you're not getting this great big deal. You're getting maybe $100 off. Because for me, a good sale, a good sale, if something's like $1,000, a good sale is if it's $700. A clearance sale it has to be at least half off. At least half off. Because clearance just don't clearance like it used to. I go into stores now, or I go online and see some stuff now, and they say it's clearance, but y'all, the clearance is like 25% off. That's not a clearance. Who told them that? Who fooled them? Who confused the retailers and told them that 25% off was a clearance deal? And when you make that purchase during the holidays, like I said, look at it and try and compare it to what it was this summer. What was the cost of that TV this summer? What was the cost of that microwave this summer? Stuff like that. If that microwave was like $79.99 this summer, and now they're telling you it's a great deal, it's $69.99, was $99.99. Somebody's lying to us. They're lying. That microwave was jacked up over the original price that it was 3 or 4 months ago, and now they're selling it to you for $69.99, when just over the summer it was $79.99. So that's not some big deal. It's really so pitiful that we really, really have to like study the prices to see if we're getting them at a deal or not. You really do have to study those prices, because they will fool you. They will really fool you. But sometimes I'm just not really even looking for a sale. I'm just looking for a good price. If I catch a good sale, if I catch it, that's good. So don't give me let me correct that. I do look for good sales, but sometimes if it's something that, I guess, if it's a microwave and I need a microwave, could use an upgrade, I'm just looking for the best price, hoping to find it on sale. If it's not on sale, it's not a big deal, because I do need it at the time, or I'm looking to upgrade at the time. That goes for things like washing machines and dryers and stuff like that. But as far as clothing, yeah, you darn right, I'm looking for some good deals. I'm definitely looking for good deals when it comes to clothing. It don't have to be name brand. I don't want it to be cheap. I don't want it to shrink as soon as I get it out of the washing machine or out of the dryer. But it doesn't have to be name brand either, because a lot of times these name brands don't stand up to their name. You know, and I know you have to be careful with the way you take care of your clothes, but so you can't just treat them any kind of way. But sometimes, the slightest, you can wash something that's so expensive. If you can wash it and it has this particular name on it, it's supposed to be so expensive, and you wash it one time and dry it, then it's like, what did you pay all that money for? And then sometimes people are like, well, you should look at the tag, take care of it the way the tag says. Well, that's all good and that's all fine. But a lot of times when it's something expensive, I don't really have to look at the tag unless I do check it, because it may say dry clean only, which I think that's a headache, because you spend a lot of money on it and then you have to take it to the dry cleaners. Come on now. That means every time you get it cleaned, you know, sufficiently, at least for a while, you got to take it to the dry cleaners. You got to pay them. So I always just try to do the hand wash, gentle cycle, and tumble dry on low heat and try to preserve it that way, regardless of what the tag says. I try to do it that way. I try to do the cold water, hand wash, or gentle cycle, and then put it on low tumble dry heat. Or I will hang it up. How many of you guys, hang your clothes outside? Who grew up hanging their clothes outside or watching their parents or grandparents hang their clothes up outside to dry? That's a great smell in this. It smells like my kids say it smells like outside, like your clothes. They say like, "Mom, your clothes gonna smell like outside." And I'm like, that's okay. Outside doesn't always smell bad. Outside can smell fresh and nice. Outside doesn't have to smell bad. Outside can smell fresh and nice. Because when I was growing up, my parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, they dried their clothes hanging on the clothesline. Why use the dryer? Why use your power when you can go out there and get some exercise and hang your clothes up on the clothesline? I grew up doing that, but not anymore. I like to do it sometimes because sometimes it gives me something to do. Remember, like earlier when I was saying, sometimes we need to just get outside and just soak up nature, and just check out the scenery. Even though your scenery might not be the best, like you may be near some kind of industrial building or something, but try not to focus on that. Try to focus on listening to the birds chirp and sing, the squirrels running around, tampering on the leaves, stampering on the leaves. Try and focus on that. Focus on the sky. Focus on, just focus on those things and kind of get yourself in a different place mentally instead of the train track that you hear, the train that you hear on the tracks maybe 2 blocks over, or the industrial building that you see the smoke and puffing up out of the what do you call those things in those when you have those industrial buildings and you see smoke and stuff puffing up out of the tin chimney looking things. Smells like something is burning and all that stuff. So try not to focus on that. Try to focus. So just hanging out clothes, it gives me time you know, to do that. So most of the times I just dry them in the dryer. But a lot of times if I do like a full load of gentle wash, I'll let them spin and then I'll take them out in the basket and I'll hang them up on the clothesline. I had clothespins and everything, y'all. Yep, clothespins and everything. I like doing that. It's another relaxing chore, relaxing task, you know, something just relaxing you can do instead of just throwing them in the dryer and then going back to doing something. If I throw them in the dryer, then I might go and grab the phone and get back on YouTube or something. I'm trying to kind of like, stray away from grabbing the phone so much. So if I take my clothes outside to hang them up, I'm not trying to look at the phone, but I know some of us will prop that phone up on a brick. And as we hang up our clothes, we'll still be checking out YouTube or whatever social media, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is. But when I do stuff like that, I kind of tend to leave. I leave it so that I can hear it in case it rings, but I don't focus on watching it. So instance, I think back in the day, everyone hung their clothes on the clothesline. Yeah, yep, a lot of people did. Because it seems like for some reason back in the day, when you got that new appliance or your family was able to afford that new appliance, you typically got the washer first and you would get the dryer later and then you would have your washer dryer combo. But then, as people made more appliances and they wanted to sell them, they started trying to do like this package deal that made it hard for you to resist, and you could get the washer and dryer together. If you could afford it, they had to make it affordable. But for back in the day, a lot of people would get the washer first, and then maybe a couple of months later, they'd be like, okay, mom and dad are like, we're gonna go get the dryer now. So they get it, and you finally have both the washer and dryer. So people finally eventually got away from hanging clothes up outside so much. And now, you know, I know the pay across the country isn't great, but now people tend to find a way to just kind of get it at the same time as a package deal. They're trying to upgrade at the same time, get a washer and a dryer. But shoot, if it's me, if one goes out, that doesn't mean I have to get if your washer goes out, then this doesn't mean you have to get a dryer. If your dryer is still good, or if your dryer goes out, doesn't mean you have to get a new washing machine. So you kind of get stuck again, kind of getting a washer and dryer at different times, But for those who didn't have either one, it was good when they finally started realizing the struggle that a lot of times back in the day, people couldn't afford to buy both of them at the same time. So they would finally give you a good deal or a decent deal so that you could purchase them at the same time. It's funny how in the 80s and 90s, things were so people didn't have to just have it all, you know. And even now, people, are like that. You get what you can afford, and you get it piece by piece if you have to. But I think now more days, more people want it all. It's just like wanting money, fast money. Whatever they buy in life, the things that they purchase for their needs, they just want to get it all. And I can understand that to a degree because sometimes you just want to get it and get it done, get it over with. Sonia says, I have never seen anyone with a clothesline where I live. Really? I have some clothes in my laundry room. I hang some clothes in my laundry room, okay, like mats and things that I don't want to be dry. Okay. Wow. So you never seen anyone hang clothes out on the clothing line? How long have you lived there, Sonia? You've lived there like 20 something years, 30 some years? That's funny. And I would say maybe it depends on like location, but I can remember back in the day, my family in Cali, they used to hang clothes on the clothing line too. They used to hang clothes on the clothing line too. And then you look back at some of the movies from the 90s, if they were showing, the hood or something like that, or even if they were showing like just a rural area and they were showing people doing house chores, they would be out there hanging out clothes on the clothing line. So I think that's something that people have done everywhere, but not so much so now. Like you said, Sonia, you probably don't you probably haven't even seen a clothesline in years where you are now. 22 years. See, yeah, it's like people get things and they don't use it. But even when we first back in the years ago when I was a kid, when we first got our washer and dryers, we still used to go outside and hang some clothes on the clothing line because my mom and my grandma was like, there were some things that they just didn't want to put in the dryer. Like if they did it once and it shrunk or it just seemed like it didn't turn out right, they'd hang it outside, you know, until they figured, okay, well, we'll just put it on what is it, that gentle agitation, hand wash agitation. So that would be good. That kind of preserves your clothing. Last Friday, I moved to a different state way from where I was at first. Okay, okay. Was it because of your job, Sonia, or was it because your husband was from there? Or did you just decide? Like sometimes people will move because of their job, their spouse's job. And sometimes they just move. They just learn about an area they think that they like or they think that they would like. They study it, they research it, and they pack and they go. They pack and they go. I think that's what Jill said that she does or that she has done. Jill says that I think when Jill moved this last time, especially, and she may have done this the time before, she just found a place that she wanted to move to. She said she packed up and she moved. Hubby decided. Okay, so when he decided, Um, was it just he liked that area, or like did he research it as far as like job opportunities, or did he have other family there, so that would kind of help out with just maneuvering around, or did he pick a place that was totally like new to you and him, like totally new to you and him, no family there, not really moving for a job, but of course looking for a job. Retirement says, I used to pose my clothes on the line with a bottle attachment that had soap in it to wash them. Then I didn't have a okay, when you didn't have a washer, I would then rinse them and let them dry. Okay, yes, retirement days. The people did a lot of things outside. They did it a lot of different ways. They did it a lot of different ways, and it worked. They worked. Those ways worked. His family, okay, okay. So you weren't just out there completely solo dolo, but you did move, and it was definitely a big move for you, Sonia, because it was his family, and that's good. But it's nothing like having some of your own family sometimes if you decide to make a move like that. So it was good that you guys had someone though. That's good. And like I said, a lot of people they do it that way, and some people they do it. It's like, you know what? I don't have anybody in this place. You don't have anybody in this place, but we're gonna see what it's like. We're just gonna do it. I think Jill says that she wants to move one more time. You love the change? Okay, that's good. That's good. I think Jill says she wants to move one more time like that. But I don't remember where she wants to move to. But I do think she wants to move one more time. Retirement, I never heard of anybody who did it that way, but that sounds like a good way to get it done kind of quick too. That sounds like a really good way to get it done quickly. We had a washing machine before the dryer, so we would take them outside and hang them up. But the when I, as far as back as I can remember, my family had the old washing machine. I don't know if you guys ever seen this type of washing machine, but it works just like a regular washer, but it doesn't close down on the lid. What you do is it agitates the clothes, and for a set amount of time or a certain amount of time, or maybe for however long we wanted it to, and then you release the water through a hose. So when you were done washing, there was a hose connected to the side, and you would release the water out of the hose. And I can't remember how we put water back in it. I know we didn't have to pour. Maybe it was attached to something, but we put water in it again to rinse. So when you were done, you would release the water through that hose again once you rinse, and you take your clothes, and they didn't spin, but there was like this two rolling pins attached together, and you put the clothes through those pins, and it would squeeze the water out as if it was a spin. And then we drop them in the basket and we take them outside and we hang them up. Hey, Tamika. How you doing, Tamika Davis? How you doing? Welcome to the live. Hey, Lance Pride, everyone in the chat. Sonia says, I don't remember that. You don't remember that type of washing machine, Sonia? You know what? I wonder if I Google image it, if it would show up. I don't really know what to put in because I don't remember what they call it. But I know most of my family lived on the same street, the same neighborhood. Most that was in the same town. And all of the aunties, the grandmas, we had that type of washing machine. So that was the first washing machine that I remember. Is that it did you wash clothes the same way you do in a washing machine that you would see today, but it didn't have the top, and it was round, and you release the water when you're done washing, you rinse, you release the water again, and then you would take pieces of your clothes and If they were thin clothing, you can do them like two or three at a time. But if they were like jeans or something like that, you had to be careful. When you got to the thick part of your jeans, the upper part, of your jeans, because sometimes it would get stuck if you bunched it up and you didn't kind of flatten it out, so it would get stuck. And once it gets stuck, you just have to release it. Just it wasn't a big deal. You just release it and then let them go on through, and then keep on until you're done. But I don't remember what they called them. I just know they were washing machines. So I'm gonna Google it, and when I Google it, I'm gonna Google image it, and I hope they have. I hope I can find it. And when I do, I'll put it on my community tab. I'll put it on my community tab, and I'll tag you, Sonya. I'll tag you. So it's dark. It's dark. It's still cold. It's gotten a little bit chillier. So I won't say cold. It's still chilly. Got a little edge on it right now. It's got some wind to it. But I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'll Google image it and see. Um, I don't know what to put. I guess I'll put because it's a certain name for it, and I can't remember the name of it. So I don't know what to put. Open. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to put. Open top washing machine. I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna figure out how to find it. I'm gonna figure out how to find it. So that being said, I'm about to jump off here. I'm about to Google that image of that washing machine, and it's getting dark here. Oh, right, wow, wow. It seems like it's even earlier. It gets darker earlier than years past. Our weatherman, our meteorologist was talking about that. Like it seems like, oh my goodness, it's getting dark earlier and earlier and earlier. It would be, whew, it's getting dark early. Seems like a lot earlier than it did. When you first fall back, it would get dark early. It seems like this year it's even earlier. So I wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. You know what I say, without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever negativity and chaos mix and mingle and brew, you fail to prosper. So if you find yourself in an area where there's negativity and chaos, please remove yourselves, and go to a place of positivity, peace, so that you'll prosper mentally. We want to prosper just not just physically and in the things that we do, but we want to prosper mentally. Mentally. Don't let people bother you. Allow yourself to prosper mentally, physically, emotionally, in all areas, in every area that you can. Allow yourself to prosper. And of course, sometimes we're going to be down, we're going to be out, we're going to be depressed, but try your best to just pull yourself up by those bootstraps, those shoestring laces, those whatever they are. Try your best. And sometimes we have to just kind of wallow in it. Sometimes we got to wallow in it. Sometimes, we have some rough patches, we got some rough days. That's life. That's what humans go through. Not even humans, all animals go through it. So we just got to, try to pull yourselves up. And y'all have a beautiful night. Have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow is Friday. The weekend is upon us. So y'all enjoy yourselves. It'll be Christmas before you know it. So do the things that you do for those who celebrate Christmas. And for those who don't celebrate Christmas, try to get in a good mood. Try to enjoy the mood of the holiday time, of the holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. Just try to enjoy this festive season. And I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk. Hey, Kicking It with Lynn. Kicking It with Lynn says, hey, everyone. Glad to have you here. Kicking It with Lynn. We just been walking and talking about old washing machines and hanging out clothes instead of using the washers and the dryers. How sometimes you can go outside and hang your clothes up. My kids would tease me and say, Mama, your clothes smell like outside. But I'd be like, y'all, this is a nice, fresh outside scent. As long as there's not a bad odor, like some industrial building releasing nasty odors and stuff like that. Just a nice, pretty, sunny day. You can hang your clothes outside and let them dry, and that'll give you some chance to get outside and move around, do some exercises, and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. We don't always have to use these appliances. We don't always have to use the appliances. It's just like the microwave. Sometimes to me, the microwave just takes something away from the food. it takes something away from it. And of course, if you leave it in there too long, it overcooks it or it may burn it. But but it's just sometimes we don't always have to use these updated appliances. Even though we've had microwaves forever and a day now, reheat your food on top of the stove in the slow cooker or something. Sometimes it tastes so much better than the microwave, reheating the microwave. Yes, Kingdom Windland, that good old fresh air. That good old fresh air. My kids are so funny. They be like, like sometimes you get off from a long day working, you come inside, they be like, somebody in here smell like outside. Y'all, it's so funny. They be like, somebody in here smell like they've been outside. And I'm like, okay, my nephew, he comes from outside. He's outside a lot. I'm like, he works outside. So yeah, it can be a peculiar smell, funny smell. But when you're in a nice area and you hang your clothes out there, and like I said, there's not a lot of stuff in the, environment in that area. When you hang your clothes outside, that those clothes smell so fresh and so nice. Like I can remember like this time of the year hanging clothes outside, y'all, and would be like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave them out overnight. Would get up and ice are on the clothes. Ice are ice would be on my clothes. But that we were used to that. That's what my grandparents did. That's what my parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents, my great great grandmother loved hanging her clothes outside. So it went way back then. Like I said, a lot of us had washing machines first. So you had washing machines first, and until you got that dryer, you would hang your clothes outside. And for my great great grandparents and great great grandparents and even grandparents, some of them didn't have the washing machines. So they had that. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I'll put this picture up too, Sonya. It's called a rug board. And that's how you wash your clothes. That's how they would wash their clothes way, way back in the day. Way back in the day. They would the water in the tub, wash their clothes against the rug board, and they would rub their clothes clean. Those clothes would be clean, y'all, especially if they were light clothes. They weren't like hard or tough jeans and stuff like that. But they washed it all like that. So they rub it on the rug board, then they rinse them, and they use homemade soap sometimes. Sometimes they get that homemade soap and scrub it against the clothes on the board, rinse them, hang them out, and you good to go. Your clothes will be clean. Your clothes would be clean. I'm telling you, your clothes will be clean, y'all. They be clean. I'm so nosy. Um, they would be clean, huh? They being nosy too. I don't know what that is. Hold on one second, y'all. What? Maybe UPS. Let me see it. Let me see it. I don't know why they put stuff. They know what time of year it is, and they put the stuff in the front. They probably don't like coming. They don't want to come on the side, but it's like you can see the side from the street. These people brave. They don't care nothing about They don't care nothing about doing that. They don't care nothing about taking people's stuff off the front. And she said it on top of the mailbox. What the heck? Who does that? Oh my gosh, she said it on top of the mailbox. It's nobody over here. I don't know. I don't know who that belongs. Who? It's half open. Yeah, it's half open. You're not on the video. I got the phone away. It's half. Y'all, these people, UPS is tripping already, y'all. Hold on. Or look, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put those pictures up, y'all. Bye, y'all.